What is up, people? Hello, and welcome back to the channel. That's right, welcome back to another match preview on the Cup Chasers. It's a massive one on Tuesday. Arsenal hosting Chelsea in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. It's a big one. A London derby. Bragging rights. Is London red or is it blue? That is the question on everyone's mind. Of course, Chelsea coming off the back of, well, we'll say a good comeback, a proper comeback, a needed comeback versus the wet spam at the weekend. And of course, Arsenal destroyed Leeds 4-0 at Ellen Road, in a game people perhaps weren't expecting us to do that. And so we're both coming off a fantastic result. Both teams flying high, and it's going to be a full-blooded London derby in the semifinal. So let's go ahead and smash up the likes here today, people, for this one, for this preview. Of course, it totally helps the channel a whole lot. And subscribe if you're new. I certainly appreciate that. Hype it up if you get any of those points left. I'm not sure how that goes, but that is there as well. And let me know what you're thinking in the comments section down below. Does Chelsea have any hope, or will Arsenal slam the door right in their face? Let's go ahead and jump right into this one. Right out the rip, guys. This game, this tie, it's not over. It's not done. I don't care that we have a goal ahead. It's not over. We're ahead, yes, of course, 3-2. It's not any away goal. Away goals don't matter, so it's just aggregate. But if that means that we can switch off, that we can ease up, that we can play with this handbrake stuff, or, try to go straight up management mode where we don't, just try to keep them in front of you and don't necessarily look to strengthen the lead, lengthen the lead, we will get punished. We will 100% get punished. The only team to beat Liam Rosenyor so far is Arsenal. And we got to keep it that way, because this second leg is a full-blown mentality test. It's going to be up here. It's up here because this is so important to our season, in my opinion. Of course, Chelsea coming off the back of that massive comeback win at the weekend. Not necessarily massive in profile and prestige, but the way they did it, the way they brought on their star players at halftime, they'll have a lot of momentum, a lot of belief that they can come to the Emirates, get a result, and perhaps progress through. Their confidence is going to be sky high, of course. And as we know, Chelsea will be so aggressive. They're going to be super, super aggressive in this one. I guarantee it. Just like they were in the first leg, just like they were in the Premier League at the Bridge. And they'll absolutely think 100% that they can turn this one around. They're going to come to score early. They're going to press us really, really hard early. They're looking to flip the momentum immediately because I got nothing to lose. Why not? They're already down a goal. No one expects them to do anything. Their record at the Emirates isn't great, so they're gonna come for it. But we are also coming off a massive win at Ellen Road. However, that means absolutely nothing. It means absolutely nothing if it makes us complacent. If it means that we're not really at it because we think we're already through. Just like some fans have kind of been given that vibe. Kind of getting a little bit of that vibe, so we definitely don't want the momentum to break. It's fragile. The second you relax, it's gone. Poof, right out the window. For me, this is not a game for game management. This is not a game for the game management philosophy. It's not a game for trying to protect this lead. We unequivocally cannot let up. It's not about defending a 1-goal aggregate lead. We don't defend the lead by sitting back, in my opinion. We defend it by controlling the game, by playing our football, by pressing very well like we did in the first leg of the semifinal, and controlling the game. And by matching their intensity right out the rip and reminding Chelsea who we are right out the rip, very, very quickly, reminding them that they're in our house. This is our stadium. And we don't F around, as they say. That's what the mentality needs to be. That's what we need to bring. And we need to match their energy immediately because we know they're going to bring it right out the rip. Semifinal second legs. These second legs, like I said, it's up here. They're going to be, this game is won in our minds, in our head, before it's won on the pitch. Before the game even starts, we got to know that we're going to stand up, we're going to score a couple goals, and we're going to see this through. And because that right there is where this being at home, where the Emirates Stadium absolutely matters. We have a very strong record against Chelsea there, and that has to show from the very first whistle. Not after 20 minutes, because if we wait 20 minutes, to settle in or whatever, it'll already be done. They'll already have brought the energy. So we need to be right locked in from the first whistle, from the kickoff. Emirates has been a fortress, but only when we play like we own it. That Man United dross, that Man United anxiety, can't have it. Can't have it. Crowd, the fans, we got to be locked in, and the players have to be ruthless. Have to be ruthless. No showing nerves, shaky, clearances, and not trying to play the ball, not trying to play our game. We cannot invite pressure. We cannot bring the nerves ourselves. What we must do, we got to start fast, very, very fast. The first 15 minutes in this game are going to be huge because we know they're coming with energy. They're coming with a bite. They're coming with passion. They're coming with this momentum they've been riding, and they're going to try to set the tempo. We need to set the tempo. We need to set the tone very early and let them know it ain't going to happen. Not here. No way, no how. It's not their night. This is ours. Secondly, we absolutely have to control the midfield. We have to control the midfield. They're going to want chaos. They're going to thrive on chaos. We need to continually frustrate that and slow the game down, speed it up when we have the space to, but also when it's getting chaotic like they like it to be, we are going to want to slow it down. And that's why I'm almost 98% certain that Martin Odegaard will be back into the starting lineup for this one, because he's the one that will control the game like Arteta wants. He's the one that will, control the tempo if he plays to his best, which is what we need, of course. Thirdly, we have to be ruthless. Have to be ruthless when we do get the space in transition. There's no away goals here. The away goal thing has been gone for a while, so it's not like that gives us a safety net. If we get chances, got to put them away. Got to put them away. The first goal in this game is so important, so big. If we score first, their belief starts to crack. The mountain gets taller. Our control will kill that comeback. We'll kill any thoughts of the comeback if we score early. Score in that first 15 while they're still trying to get the momentum and bring the energy, and we can kill them right there. Kill the comeback immediately. And I want to be very, very clear. Yes, I've called this the Mickey Mouse Cup, of course, but as I've said recently, in recent times, this trophy is massive. It matters so much for this group of players, in my opinion. Winning the Carabao Cup, this is not an afterthought. It's a statement, especially if we beat City in the final, which is what everyone's thinking is going to be the final. It'll build belief. It'll build the standard of winning. It'll give us experience in a final. It pushes the team on to greater heights. So important. So important. Silverware, of course, is going to change. It's going to change this group. Change how this season feels. It's going to sharpen the mentality. It's going to create that winning run, that winning mentality. It's not a destination. It's a launch pad. Chelsea are going to come for this. Chelsea are 150 million going to come for this. They're going to think that this is their time. New manager bounce, still kind of going. Comeback victory, a lot of emotion, all that stuff. They're going to come for it. The question is, The question is, how serious and how intense are we going to be from the rip? No complacency. We cannot have complacency in this one. No shortcuts, no letting up. We got to finish them. We got to finish the job properly. Absolutely have to finish the job. There's no way we can kind of approach this with it's all good, we're ahead. We'll just kind of sit back. I don't want to see the Leeds performance. I don't want to see the Leeds performance. Not from that first half. I would rather see what we did at the end of that game with Martin Odegaard. But we have to press. We also have to press. So it's going to be very, very important from Arteta to see if he can get this right. Because, of course, there is a game at the weekend that's very, very important in the league as well. And that's what competing on all fronts is. Arteta's got to manage it 100%. And I'm very, very interested to see what this lineup will be. For me, I want to go strong. For me, I want to go as strong as possible. I think this game is very, very important, just as the Sunderland game is as well. That's why I think it's going to be very intriguing, very interesting to see what Arteta does. At the time of this recording, I have had no news on what's up with Bukayo Saka. So we're just going to assume, based on the past, that he's probably not available for this game. When I watched that video, looked like he was kind of grabbing his groin a little bit. You never want to see that when your player coming off the field. You never want to see that. So I'm expecting Madueke to start. I'm also expecting Odegaard to start. I definitely expect Odegaard to start. Big night, big game, a lot of pressure. So Arteta will want the captain in there to lead the press, to control the press and control the game. And if Odegaard's at his best, he 100% will do that and can shine in this game. But the problem I'm maybe a little bit worried about is the fact that sometimes Odegaard does shy away from the physical battles, from the really tough games as far as the physicality. And that's where Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi are going to have to be so huge in this game. So huge in this game. We got to win the second balls. Have to win the second balls in the midfield. The duels, the battles in the midfield, because that's Chelsea's strength. That's where they are, what they are best at. And I expect Esteval to start this game. I expect them to target trying to get him the ball quickly in transition when they win it back. So we need to win the duels in the midfield. We cannot let them get going, winning the balls in the midfield and spraying it wide to get crosses in. That causes chaos in our back line. That's been our Achilles heel all season. So we have to come with the intensity and match, even outdo theirs from the word go. And then just put them away. When we get our chances early, put them away. Put the game to bed. Put it to bed and kill that momentum, kill that belief that they're going to bring just right out the rip. We know they're going to bring the intensity. We know they're going to bring it from the word go. Just outdo them. Just outdo them. I need the Emirates to be so loud, just so loud, and drown them out. Make it the fortress that we know it can be. And I personally think we only do that through the high press, high intensity. Make Robert Sanchez hit it long. That's what we're good at. Make him hit it long, win the second ball, 1-2 touch in transition, ruthless. Ruthless. It's all day. It's all day. That is the formula for Arsenal to win pretty much any game, but especially this one. We're going to have to match their fervor in midfield 100% to win the duels. We're probably going to see Caicedo, Reece James is what I'm expecting. I'll be a little bit surprised if Reece James starts out wide on the right. You would expect Roseneur to do what he did versus us in the Carabao Cup, or the first leg. And so it's going to be a battle. It's going to be an absolute gladiators arena in the middle of the field. And we have to 100% match up with them. No more of this, oh, Caicedo pocketed this guy, Reece James is better than everyone on the field crap. We need to put all of that to bed and put Chelsea to bed. Good night. Goodbye. That's what I need. That is what I need, because we cannot just approach this game like we've already won it. There's no approach in this game like we've already won it. If we do, it could be this, and this also could be one of those moments where, once again, we're on a high, riding a high from the results of the weekend, and then it's just right back down. So this game is pivotal. Very, very important that we make it through to the final. A lot of people in the fan base, a lot of people in the greater footballing community are just like, yep, the final set, Arsenal City, is definitely going to be the final. But there's a small minority of, maybe not so small of a minority of fans out there that are like, no way. Chelsea fans are going to be full of belief. The Chelsea players will be full of belief. We have to squash that immediately. We just have to put that away immediately. And then we can put our feet up and watch on Wednesday to see who we're going to get in the final. But if we don't, this could get real tricky real fast, real dodgy, really, really fast. The first goal, man, the first goal is so important. If we get the first goal and then just control the rest of the game, we could make it a comfortable evening. But if we concede the first goal, it'll be anything but. It'll be anything but comfortable. Now's the time to flex our muscles. Now's the time to be like, yeah, we are going to try to win every trophy. Will we? Who knows? The quad is like the unicorn of trophy, collections. The unicorn of the footballing world to win all four. And that's definitely not even on my mind. But this one, like I said earlier, this one is a launch pad. No, winning the $100,000 grand prize, no, that doesn't mean a thing to anyone at all. That's like not even half of that. That's not even half of Kai Havertz's salary this week. That means nothing. The momentum this win would give, though, that winning feeling, that winning mentality, that lifting a trophy this group would get, especially if we beat City, the statement that makes, so big, so massive for this team and this group. So I need it. So we absolutely need to bring everything we have to this game. And, at this point, I was listening to Cal and Anton over on the Fire Them Cannons podcast. Go subscribe to that one. It's a lot of good stuff. A lot of Arsenal channel, a lot of good stuff over there. So make sure you're subscribing over there. I was listening to them this morning, and they were talking about, they counted up the games. If we make every final, there's 28 games left in the season. And we got the squad. We got the squad to go for it, to go for all of them. And for me, it's just one game at a time. It's one game at a time now. I know Arteta is hyper-focused on each opponent. You can see that in the way he changed our press tactically versus Leeds, and put it was a very sharp contrast of how we played with Havertz in the 10 and how we played when Odegaard came into the 10 in that game. Very sharp contrast. So you can see he's hyper-focused on what each team is going to come against us with. And so I like that. That's what I want to see. I want to see the one game at a time. We got to beat what's in front of us, and then we'll focus on Sunderland, and then we'll focus on whoever, and then we'll focus on whoever, and then we'll focus. You know what I mean? That's what we have to have. That's what we have to have. Because in the league, it's cup finals. It's cup finals every time for me. And this game will get us to an actual cup final. So tomorrow night, we got to be locked in. We absolutely have to be locked in. Absolutely have to bring that champion's mentality, because it's there to be had. Because it's absolutely there to be had. So yeah, that's the preview, guys. Of course, thanks for being here. I really hope we do bring the heat tomorrow. And if we do, nice, comfortable 2-0 win is what I'm expecting. So let's go ahead and smash up the likes. for the 2-0 victory for the Arsenal going through to the final. I certainly appreciate you being here. If you've made it this far, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Absolutely, we do appreciate that. Road to 250. There will be a watch along later on today, so go ahead and get that notification bell on so you know when we're live. And of course, we'll be doing the watch along tomorrow for the Arsenal game as well, so make sure you're locked in right here. Once again, I appreciate you being here, and you will see me next time.